Rick, I still wanted like to pick up where we left off there. You're asking about those tips that I sent
Yes.
out in the email. And the one of the other things that we had talked about that we had put there, and again, the emails get to be a lot like the videos. There's only so much you can pack into them. Videos allow us a little more room to explain things. But about the upgrades to your home, you
Hmm.
know yourself when you're trying to finance a home. Sometimes people are trying to sell a home and you've got the buyer coming in and saying, you know, I want to pay this. And then the appraiser goes in and says, but we have a value. And this value is not meeting your market price. You're coming in under value of what the seller is asking. And the seller is saying, but I put in 150,000. I must get out 200,000. And we know that these things are there. And I'm going to come to you in just a second and let you talk about your experience and what happens then with appraisers and lenders in that case. But I want to really point out to people that when it comes to upgrades in your home, I have gone into homes where people are wanting to list their property and they say, so what's the list of upgrades you're going to tell us and how much mortgage should we take out of our house to pay for it? And I will tell you honestly, the first thing I will tell people is be strategic. So strategic is not always about the money. And many times it's not about the money, but yes, there's always money involved, right? So, but it's how much and where you place those dollars, where you spend them. For example, a simple paint job in a house will never go wrong. Higher wattage light bulbs or higher illumination, if you're not using the actual old, bulbs, you will never go wrong. It increases the value of your home. Imagine a purple wall being painted cream or eggshell increases the value of your home. Imagine that 40 watt to a 60. Even if you like your lights dim, or if you're like me, you're sitting in the dark with a computer screen glowing at you. When you're selling your house, you want the light. You don't spend something on heavy curtains. Get them all opened up, get the windows open up and let the light in. Clean the windows. For the cost of a bottle of Windex and some labor, or hire a window cleaner. Clean the windows. Let the light in. And light makes everything look bigger. It makes it look airier. It makes it more welcoming. Odors are another thing. We have cats. We have a dog, and you got to be careful. Okay,
Yeah,
not
I
everyone's
think a
going to
lot of
like
people
that.
aren't aware of the odors in their home because they're just used to it, right? So,
So I will walk into someone's home and I say, "Look, I'm not going to insult you, but I will tell you what the first things I smell when I walk in."
mhm.
Okay, and sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. The point is, you're hiring me to work for you. You are hiring me to get you the best dollar for your home. I don't want to come in with these little things of something that I, pulled up somewhere, that says that you got to spend. So if a renovation in your kitchen, it's not hard for it to cost you 50, 60, $70,000. Okay,
Oh, yeah. I run into that all
that's
the time.
nothing. That's the
Yeah.
cheap end. I literally I spent a lot of thousands the last time I replaced my gas stove and my ice maker double doored fridge. Okay.
I get that all the time. People looking for money to do upgrades to their home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Their home. I just said house and home in one word there. I kind of
Um,
non them.
I thought it
But
was a new accent you were picking up.
yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it's like, and I think also like if you're shopping, maybe you can get a really good deal because someone's got like a pink and purple polka dot theme in their house or something like that, right?
Exactly.
And there's
Exactly.
actually a program where when you get a mortgage, if it's an insured mortgage, you can borrow like an extra $40,000 to do home upgrades. So you
Yeah.
buy it and you hire a painter to come in,
Yeah.
and you get that. You just keep your receipts and you send and then you get the further advance from the lender. So they'll go higher than what the value of the home is initially because you're doing those improvements to it. So.
And in some places, you're right. And in some places we've gone in. One of the biggest issue I have is floors.
Hmm.
So you need to have a roof on your house, and you need to make sure that roof is in good shape. If you got to pay to get that done before, that's a worthy investment because you will get the money back. You will get the place sold.
Sure.
Okay. And you won't have it. They won't have insurance issues, which mean they can also close once you get the right buyer. If you leave the roof in damaged in Canada in our weathers, it is a detriment to you and to the buyer and to the lender because there's that time between buying and closing as well. Anything can happen when taking the shingles off. Replace
Yeah.
them. This not expensive.
I wouldn't think the appraiser, like the appraiser is going to point that out in the report, and the lender's probably just going to say no if there's.
And they're going to say no because a roof is foundational, just like the foundation is.
That's pretty important.
So these things are important. These are places you must spend the money on. When it comes to your kitchen countertop, you know what? Keep your kitchen decluttered, let the light in, do the stuff you need. If you want to change your countertop, change it, but you do not have to put out, if you don't have the money to put in the right appliances, leave it be, let someone come in, pick it up. You do the price a little different, but the buyer wins, the seller wins because they don't have the money for it. Don't screw it up with that. Where they do screw it up a lot is the floors. The floors, they have a tendency to say, well, we put new floors. First of all, it is literally the cheapest floating floor out there.